Alright, another day working on this Lincoln, the flood vehicle. So far I got all the windows to work, for the exception of this one in the back. So I did manage to get it to work, but the problem was it was absent. It will go down, but it would not go back up, and there was some issues with transition of power. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you the answer, because I mean, this is to go through all this whole process of diagnosing again is going to be a little inconvenient at this potential, but at this current situation right now. Now, one of these wires were absent of power, which wound up being, here you go, this yellow wire, and that prevented from being able to go back up, but it would roll down. Now, I already knew once I started diagnosing things, I had the recipe for a working power source here based off the wiring diagram from the master control switch. So if I had it here but not back there, then go to the door jamb, and lo and behold, it was a broken wire. Here's the broken wire here. Now luckily I managed to pull this out and discovered another broken wire for the right side, but it has not yet successfully failed with the position that it was in, but it did fall out. All right, so the yellow one that had successfully broke and prevented the window on the rear driver's side to not work. However, the blue wire here, this blue wire, let me just get this light on for you, just in case you have this problem. That's going to be located right, where is it at? I just want to make absolute certain. Which is going to be located directly under the green and orange wire. So this blue wire sits right there in that cavity, kind of catty corner of this yellow wire here. Here's the front face of the pin right there. So beside this one is where the blue pin will reside, and that's where it needs to go. So I already depinned it. It's very simple. You take off this cover. So once you remove this cover, just slide it, pull it up, comes right on out. There's a lock right behind it. You slide that up and depin it. Let me see if I can demonstrate that really quick for you. So you'll take your pick and simply lift up on it. If I can get my hands in there, see that it moves. See how it comes up and moves a little bit. Once you slide up on it, the pin should just fall right on out. So that's what I did with the yellow one. Came out no problem. And I'm going to slide it's going to be a different color, because I wound up getting going back to that donor vehicle and getting the harness out the door, and the same thing happened with that one too, which the blue wire wound up breaking. So I'm going to substitute that with this pink and white wire. So just follow me here. I'm going to run this through, and we're just going to button up the wiring and ensure that our the window operation is restored. To get better clearance, I did take the door off, so it's free, and I got it supported here with these bungee straps. Not said bungee straps, with the ratchet straps. So now, just for clarity, the yellow wire here controls the rear left driver, and the blue down at the bottom controls the rear right passenger. Yellow, rear left. The blue cavity down there is the rear left. So let me show you how I got the wire easily ran through here, and then we'll just splice in our new wire at a convenient location and check our operation. I'm gonna take a 1/4 inch extension, slide it through here. Just put it through. So we'll take the old wire, the blue one. It's the only thick blue cable. Thick blue wire, sorry. Let's get that out of there. We're gonna take our new alternate color and slide it in its cavity. It locked. We're gonna slide it through, just like that. Let's put the, cause I will forget to put this back in there. Let's put this lock back. Now to remove this, there were 2 8mm screws here on the side. So it goes in between the door here, right there. There was an 8, and then at the bottom there's an 8. And just slide it out through there like so. All right, what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna find a nice relaxing spot. Somewhere a little bit more downstream. We can probably get right here. It's pretty relaxed right there. And we'll just make it there. And I'll just have a little more than normal wire, so I can tuck it back in here. Let's take this. I did not measure twice on that one. We're just gonna, I like using the twist tie method, or twist method. Put this wire to repair wires, because I got flex, and like where it is now, it's not a bad spot. So I'm gonna match this up. Let's go a little bit further. And then we're just gonna go back. Slide the heat shrink around it. I think I can cut a little more. Let me do that. It. Alright, so I'm just gonna lay these off to the side here and just twist them together. So I can slide this over this, but I don't really like this heat shrink that much. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of wire tape and just make one layer over it. Now compress the strands. Because those little strands will poke out and show themselves. And I'm gonna slide this over it. And we'll heat it up. I did say last video I was going to get some more heat shrink, better type, and I didn't. See, this is the Dorman style, and it's not really compressing that well. I don't want to heat it up too much, but it seems like you gotta let it cool, come back to it, let it cool, come back to it, then it'll compress. Okay, that's better. All right, I'm gonna do the other one like that. Here's my yellow. And we're gonna follow these wires. I'm gonna cut up a little bit. About an inch or so. And then we're gonna do the same with this side. Slide the heat shrink over it. I'm going to go back, twist tie, and I'm going to stay within the insulation. So these knots here are going to act like, well, these little knuckles of the knot, they're going to act like they're going to lock if you try to separate it. That's the logic behind it. Okay, where's the wire tape? And again, that's just to keep some of them little frays of wire from coming out and grounding itself out or coming in contact with other wires. Cool. Now, this will sit here peacefully. I want to get the cover back on here because this cover, I did break that off by accident, but the bolts are what's going to hold it. So you like supposed to slide it up and out, and I didn't do that. Totally my fault. So let's get this back in here. Okay, there we go. In. Let's see if we got this back working like it's supposed to before we finalize this installation. Alright, try the back window. Oh, I don't think I have it plugged all the way in there. think I missed something. Those windows aren't working still. I easily could have damaged another pin. Well, the fuse blew. There's supposed to be a circuit breaker in there, and it blew this 40 amp fuse. So when I plug it back in, it's just going to automatically blow this fuse. So this is disconnected. I have a lot of 7.5 amp fuses. Just going to slide this back in there, see what happens. Fine now. It's not blowing, but if I plug this in, what is it going to do? It's fine now. Well, I screwed up, people. I'm human. I put the yellow and the blue in the wrong spots. So blue is supposed to be top right, yellow supposed to be bottom left there. So down here where the purple is supposed to be the yellow, and I need to replace the purple with where the blue is, because this was I had to switch up the purple. So let me get those back in the right spot, but that's why the fuse kept blowing. If it was working fine, always blame yourself, and yep, I screwed up. I'm human. Let me get this put back, and let me get this window operation restored. All right, we are put back together. Everything's working as it should. No issues. All the windows are working fine. So just one other thing done. Next, I just got to get the seats, get those replaced, throw some spark plugs in there, and I got to do a couple more drain and refills of the transmission fluid. I think it'll be about 4 or 5 of those drain and refills, because that fluid didn't look good if you saw it. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty much nearly ready to go. The body control module is going to be the last thing. I do have a battery in there, and it held a charge just fine last night. So the more than likely I'll just probably take all the fuses out, clean everything, do another parasitic draw test, and if that checks out, leave it alone. Because before it would just kill the battery overnight. Now the battery's holding strong and starting up like it's supposed to. And I will say, I did find a dome light that was stuck on. Maybe that was it. Who knows? But it makes sense for it to be like half an amp for a light bulb. So hey, if anything happens, I'll definitely update. Hit that link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed how the rest of this one work. See you next one.